Alright guys, in today's video, we're going to learn how to create this cool scrolling image animation in Webflow. Alright, I'm actually scrolling vertically because right now I'm scrolling vertically, but the images are displayed horizontally. Alright, so until it gets down to the last image, it's going to continue scrolling vertically. This is very easy to do. I'm going to be showing you how to do this in few easy steps. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, so right now I'm in Webflow Designer, that is the editing view. And the first thing I want to do right here is to select the body. Now with my body selected, I'm going to add a section. All right, to do that, I'm going to use a simple shortcut, which is Ctrl-E. I'm going to type in section and then select that. Now I have this section right here. I'm going to come right to the navigator. I'm going to collapse all elements and then move the section right above section 6. So it stays in between section 5 and section 6. The next thing I want to do is to give it a name. So let's call this track. I'm going to come right here and type in track. Okay, good. The next thing I want to do is to give it a height of 400 VW. Next, I'm going to add in a div block, Ctrl-E, inside of the track and container. Then I'm going to type in div and select that. Let's call this camera. And this is going to stand as the surface where we're going to see our image scroll through, all right? Now I'm going to give it a width of 100% VW and then a height of 100% VH. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to set the overflow to hidden, and then I'm going to set the position to sticky. And then I'm going to set the top position to 0%, so it stays right at the top of the track container, that is the parent container. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a div block inside of the camera container, and then let's call this frame, like so. I'm going to set the frame to flex box, and then I'm going to make it align horizontally. Now it's already aligned horizontally, that is fine. I'm going to come right here and set the height to 100%. So it takes up the full view of the parent container, that is the camera. Now that we've done that, I'm going to add another div inside of this frame container right now. Okay, and then I'm going to call this scrolling image, because this is what is going to hold up our image. All right. Next, I'm going to set the width to 100 VW and then a height of 100 VH. Okay, I'm going to set the flex child to don't shrink or grow. And now having done that, I'm ready to drag in our image. To do that, I'm going to come right here to the asset panel. I already downloaded the image and some of the assets I used in this page right here. You can go ahead and download the images you want to use as a sample. To do that, just come right here to where you have this icon, click on it, and then you can download the image that you need. Okay, but right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag in one of my image and then drop it inside of the frame container. I'm going to cancel this and then set the width and height to 100%. Next, I'm going to come right here where we have fit and set the position to cover. Now, the next thing I want to do is add some padding around it. Okay, so I'm going to hold down Shift on my keyboard and then drag to add a 32 pixel padding, like so. I'm going to go into the navigator panel and then I'm going to collapse this first. Select the track, the camera, the frame, and then the scrolling image. I'm going to duplicate it 3 more times. Remember, we want to add 4 images into the frame by clicking Ctrl D or Command D on the keyboard, like so. Now I'm going to go into the image one after the other and replace them. So right here, I'm going to select the image and come right to settings. Okay, I'm going to click replace image and select this. Okay, Next, I'm going to go back into Navigator, click the third image, and then replace it with this, like so. And then come right again into the last image, and then go right into there, and then replace it with this. All right, we have all of the image replaced. We can't see this right now because remember we set the camera overflow to hidden, but let's just move on. It's going to make sense in a bit. Now we have all our 4 images replaced. The next thing we want to do right now is to add our interaction. Okay, so I'm going to select the track, and I'm going to go right ahead to the interaction tab. Right here, I'm going to select element trigger, and I'm going to select while scrolling in view. Now, while scrolling in view, I want to select an action, which is to play a scroll animation. All right. And I'm going to select this plus because we want to create a new scroll animation. And right now, I'm going to call this horizontal. Is that this horizontal scroll animation? Like so. And now that I have that selected, I'm going to go into the navigator, and then I'm going to select the frame container, and then I'm going to add a scroll animation. And for the type of the animation, I'm going to select move. And right here at the top, I'm going to set the 0% to 0VW on the x-axis. And the next thing is to select the frame at the bottom right here, which is at the 100% position, and then set the x-axis to be minus 300 VW. Now I'm going to save this, and then come right here where we have this animation boundaries, and then change this from start entering to is fully visible. All right, because we want the horizontal scroll to start once our image is fully visible on the screen. Okay, next thing, I'm going to close this, select this 100% section, and then come right here where we have add offset. Then I'm going to set the offset to 10%. Now, if we go ahead to preview this, you can see that our image is scrolling just the way we've set it. All right, cool. All right, that's it, guys. That's the horizontal scroll animation. Now, it doesn't end there. We need to do one more thing. All right. And the thing we need to do is we need to ensure that this animation doesn't happen on mobile and tablet. All right. Because on mobile view, let's go into the preview mode again. And when we come right to the mobile view, we can see how it looks. It's just out of place. This is not going to be accessible on the mobile viewport. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deselect all of the other breakpoints right here and just leave this desktop and above breakpoints checked. Okay. So now it's just going to affect the desktop breakpoint. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go right onto the tablet breakpoint, and then we're going to change the settings for it on the tablet breakpoint. And whatever settings we give it on tablet breakpoint is going to cascade down to mobile landscape and then mobile portrait. Okay. So now with this selected, we're going to change the height from this right here to auto. Next, I'm going to go into the navigator. I'm going to select the camera and then change both the width and height to auto as well. And next, I'm going to change the overflow to visible. The next thing I'm going to do is select the frame and then change the direction, that is the flex direction, from horizontal to vertical. Next, I'm going to select the scrolling image, and then I'm going to change the height from 100 VH to 50 VH, or let's give it 60 VH. Okay. I think this is better. Okay. That's it, guys. I'm going to close this out. And then when we go into the landscape, mobile landscape, we can see that our image has resized accordingly. Okay. And then when we come to mobile portrait, we can see that our image has also resized accordingly. All right. One thing we can decide to do is maybe reduce the padding. So say 16, like so, and then maybe reduce the scrolling image from 60 to 40. So it looks a little bit smaller on mobile, all right? And this looks fine. Okay. And now when I come to the desktop breakpoints and then preview this, okay, we can see, we'll scroll all the way down. We can see that our image is scrolling horizontally, just like we've set it to be. And then when we come to tablet, we can see that our image has resized accordingly the way we've set it. And then on mobile landscape, we have it set to this. Okay, the reason why it's going out of view, out of viewport is because of this text right here. So don't worry about that. To adjust that, I'm just going to make some editing to this, and then that'll be fine. Because this text is out of viewport, that is why we have this scrolling out of viewport. All right, so there's nothing wrong with our settings. It's just fine. Now on mobile portrait, we have it set to this. All right, so that's it, guys. That's it for our horizontal scrolling animation in Webflow. And so if you find this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it as well. So that'll be all for now. Thank you for sticking to the end, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.